Hello and welcome, and as you can see I'm actually at the demigod rank, because here's the thing. I discovered, thanks to one of you in the comments, that as far as I am aware at least, what we are actually going to need to do is not just kill 80 enemies total. The main goal is to kill aspired. So what I would expect is that anyone above aspired rank will now count towards the overarching goal of our backstory. In other words, every single kill that I've had up until now, or up until a couple of ranks ago actually, has been not counting. At least that is what I gathered from the comment that I received. So I'm very much hoping that that's not the case, but I'm pretty sure that it is, because it kind of seems a bit too easy otherwise, doesn't it? Kill 80 aspirants? I don't know. I mean, it just says aspirants rather than aspired. Now I'm not entirely sure. But I'm kind of thinking, yeah, probably, right? Probably. So, yeah, so what we're going to have to do is, I guess, literally just try it out, and we'll just see what happens, because who knows, maybe we'll get a lucky break or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we're actually on the training screen right now, because I do want to train. And first of all, we're going to take a very quick look and see, okay, we have this, we have a pit fight, we have a many versus many. This is shrouded, so obviously I can't really do much about this. Technically, I could do a one versus many. I'm not sure if I really want to do that, because while it does give me a significant amount of benefit, not sure if that's a good idea in comparison to doing the many versus many, because many versus many, that's going to give me opportunities to get kills much more often. Obviously, we do have entourage as well, which is going to make things a little bit easier, and I might also be able to train in this week, which is exactly what I kind of wanted to start doing now. So what we're going to do is just going to go for stamina. Boom, just straight up do this. I'm not going to do any secondary training, I don't think. I really need any. Maybe movement would be good. I mean, you can see here I have 38 movement, so why not? Let's do some movement as well. And we're just going to go for, we're actually going to go for 12, so that if training becomes unavailable next week, at least we have a little bit available to us. But yeah, you could see here I have a massive amount of fame as well, so technically what I could do is I could just do whatever right now. You know, I could just do whatever. I'm just going to order some godly weapons or godly stuff, and then we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it's going to work out quite nicely for us, and otherwise we can now continue onward to this. No bets available, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter. So entourage, prestigious is actually pretty good, and I also want to get Joridus some favor, because if the comment that I received is correct, then we are going to have to face much higher ranked opponents, and it's going to take us a lot longer to complete the overall character's backstory. But if it isn't, then obviously we don't have to worry so much. But I'm just, you know, playing it cool, trying to make sure that we maximize the capabilities of our fighter, and in doing so, gaining some stamina as a result. So we'll see what happens with it. So far, I don't think I don't think it's too bad. I think we should be absolutely fine. Let's just see. Nice damage. Whoa, 40 damage right there. He's dead. That was fast. Oh, he died. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. Really wanted to kill him myself, but seems like my forces are just completely murdering the enemy right now, which is absolutely fantastic, of course. I mean, that is great, but it is a little bit unfortunate because I would like to be able to kill them myself. There we go. All right, nice. We actually did get a couple of kills there. I think we got 3 kills. I think we did get 3 kills, so that's quite nice. There is a spoils to the victor here, but I don't actually think I'm going to be getting anything from here, so I'm just going to move on. And we'll try to pick up some stuff later on down the line. We did get 3 kills, so that's quite nice. And I think these guys are probably going to be pretty high ranked, so I'm very much hoping that that will be the case at least. Anyway, there we go. Repaired a bunch of durability for us, and we can technically donate some stuff if we want to. Or we can spend 1,000 fame, which is very easy for us to do right now, for us to gain a personal physician, but I do not need one, so I will be donating 1,000 to people in need at this point. We're going to gain some favor and some fame and all that stuff, which is not really that amazing, but it's okay. This is actually some godly stuff right here. Okay, I'm very much liking this, so I think we're probably going to buy that. There is a one-handed... Wait a minute. No, that's not one-handed. That's a polearm. Never mind. I was reading the wrong thing. Fantastic, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, we're probably going to buy this, but I don't have enough gold to be able to do that. So we're just going to trade some fame. We're going to trade... what? 40,000 fame or something like that? I mean, we can pretty easily do that. So yeah, we're just going to do that and then buy this. There we go. As I said before, I feel like the right shoulder is probably pretty good to try and protect because the left one is protected by the shield, or at least that's what I'm seeing right now. So hopefully I'm kind of correct about that. Just gonna sell this, gonna keep these things available. These things are all great, as you can see, and because we were actually doing an insurance round as well, my weapon didn't take any durability damage, which is actually amazing. Anyway, should I reroll? Yes, I think I should. Let's take a look. Let's see if I can actually get something really, really cool here. Oh yeah, someone said that this is a great weapon, by the way. So if you're looking for a good weapon that's kind of cheap, it's actually only 3,000. So if you're looking for a good weapon that's kind of cheap and it's a one-handed sword, you should probably check this out. I know I used one of these in a previous run. I think my slave playthrough was actually for this. So this is really good, in my opinion. But not for me right now, of course. Anyway, let's have a look. This is what I'm currently using on my left arm, so don't really need anything there. I'm actually wondering whether I should even buy anything more, to be honest. Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. Anyway, there's a 1 versus 1 going on here with an entourage, which might actually be really good for us. What's this? This is a wild card. This is for Joradus. That is a... Wow, that's a free-for-all. A free-for-all might actually be kind of fun, but it's not giving us that much in the way of, well, anything else, which is kind of sad. But we could technically get a lot of kills here, potentially. But the enemies are quite strong. And more than likely, because we do have an entourage over here, this is going to be the better bet for the moment. Because even though this would be great for getting kills and things like that, I feel like a free-for-all is going to be a bit difficult for us to achieve that, you know, because what's going to happen, and I'm pretty sure this would happen, is we're literally going to go in, they're going to attack me, you know, I'm going to attack someone, they're going to try and corner me, as they do, and then I'm going to have to do a 1 versus 1. And then someone is going to finish up with their fight, they're going to approach my opponent, who I have hopefully done some damage to by that point, and then they're just going to steal my kill. And that's obviously something that has happened to me in previous fights as well. So I'm kind of thinking, yeah, you know what? Maybe it would be good just to kind of chill with that for the moment. And let's just see what I can do here. Gonna have to be a bit careful about this. Don't really want to take too much damage here. There's no insurance running either, so you know my durability for my weapon is obviously going to be going down quite a bit. Can you actually do something, fellows? I would very much appreciate it. Nice, we hit his head over the shield. That was amazing. Can I pick this up? Yep, there we go. Okay, we got to be a bit careful here. Now, bear in mind, I am attempting to do overheads here, because people have said to me that overheads are amazing, and I am attempting to do those, but I am not that good at them, so do bear that in mind. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to get the kill here. There we go. Got the kill. Whew. Alright, that was actually... I wouldn't say that that was difficult, but I think if I was by myself, I'd probably have some, maybe some pretty big issues. Anyway, there we go. We were able to achieve victory and fulfill my bet, which is wonderful. Everyone else is looking pretty good as well here. My favor is doing quite nicely, surprisingly enough. And look at this, we're actually getting 2,500 fame from this too, which is super nice. Okay, yeah, I actually forgot to order godly stuff, which I meant to do last time. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, you can forgive me for that, right? Right? Anyway, let's just continue to do training. We're just going to do a bunch of training right now. And, okay, hello. No, we're not going to do that. Should I? I'm actually thinking, should I? No, probably not, right? Okay, many versus many is not looking particularly good. This is looking absolutely, oh, hello. See, now this is, oh no, actually, this is an aspired. So technically, okay, that's the thing. If we go back over here, and you see what we need to do, we need to kill 80 aspirants rather than 80 aspired. So I'm thinking we don't need to kill these guys, right? I think that would be... surely that's too harsh. Surely that's too harsh. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we're just going to go very quickly in and do this. Basically, what I'm trying to do right now is trying to maximize my training. So I'm basically just trying to take weeks, or shall we say, try to get battles that are relatively simple to win, but nothing too drawn out, because I just want to get the training done, you know, get whatever we need to do in the fight done, and then just move on. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Ow. Okay, yeah. Might want to be a little bit careful about this guy. Okay, I was disarmed. That's absolutely fine, though, because I can just pick that right back up. There we go. He is basically almost dead. Oh, my forces literally just murdered. Yes, they just murdered him, which is absolutely fine, obviously. I did 65 damage. Okay, not that good. Not that good. I actually thought that maybe we did a little bit more than that. But anyway, this is the polearm that we could potentially get. I mean, look at how amazing it is. Maybe we want to actually get it? Do we actually want to get it? I mean, look, there's two of them in actual fact. And we could technically do it because it's 12,000 or 13,000, which is not that bad. It does have a bonus against shields, and it can hit multiple opponents. But I'm kind of worried about it because obviously it's a polearm, right? It's a polearm, and if you take a look at my polearm skill, I have 24 in comparison to my one-handed mace skill, which is 81. 81, which is kind of insane if you think about it. Anyway, let's just have a quick look here. Many versus many might actually be kind of fun. 1 versus 1 might be okay as well. This might be okay. Ooh, an entourage pit fight, but that's a lot of people. Not sure if I really want to do that. A many versus many is kind of crazy as well. Think we'll probably do the 1 versus 1. I'm kind of thinking that might be. Oh wow, that's a champion. All right, yeah, that might be kind of good. Or we could just go for the many versus many and just get a bunch of kills. Maybe just getting a bunch of kills would be the way to go. And maybe I should buy this polearm. Yeah, maybe I should just buy this polearm. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to sell this. Going to buy the polearm. And then we're actually going to try the polearm out, alright? We're actually going to try the polearm out. Not sure if we're going to do anything good with it, but we'll try it and we'll see what happens. If I manage to get myself killed, then that will just literally be my own fault. And then we will just, you know, chalk it up to me being absolutely stupid. But, you know, hopefully that's not going to happen, right? Hopefully that's not going to happen. Anyway, I'm unlikely to get 5 kills, but I'm going to try to bet on it anyway because I have so much money as it is, I might as well. So let's do this. Alright, we got some movement skill and some stamina skill too. I'm basically just trying to, you know, buff my stamina up. as we do have a pretty good set of armor now. You know, we've got good armor, we've got pretty good weapons. I don't really need to worry about my stamina any further. I can kind of take my time a little bit more with my decision making in battles. So that's the main reason why I'm kind of training now. Anyway, let's have a look-see here. Maybe I'm going to actually get some really nice kills here. Who knows? Okay, that was actually kind of nice. Alright. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the weapon, alright? I'm not a big fan of the weapon. I only got 3 kills. I think I probably would have been able to do so much more with the flail, which is amusing because, obviously, I mean, to be fair, we do have a pretty low skill in polearms, so it is kind of to be expected that that might be the case. But even so. Some more flexibility with the shopkeep would be useful. You get 3 free shop rerolls. Oh, thanks very much. Alright, yeah, well, whatever the case, look at this. They're just giving me this polearm left, right, and center now, which, for me personally, I'm not a terribly big fan of it. I don't think it's that good. But maybe I'm just bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad, because let's just have a quick look here. My polearm skill is 32. I barely leveled it up in my usage of it because I am just pretty terrible at using it, to be honest. So I think I'm going to go back to what I was using before. And what we're going to do, well, we've actually repaired everything, which is actually fantastic. So that's pretty good in itself. My my armor is almost about to be destroyed, so I will just change that out for the other one. I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on any durability with any of these things. No, it doesn't seem like it. I should probably replace this, possibly, because we do have something here. So maybe that would make sense, because then we're going to have basically godly stuff almost all over the place, with the exception of my boots, of course. Maybe it would be an idea for me to go for this. It is 85%. But it does reduce my stamina regen by another 3%. Okay, well, we're just going to do it, and I'm just going to sell these, and then we're just going to trade a bunch of fame, just to get some of that back. So let's just trade, 30,000, I guess. 30,000 fame, there we go. We got some money back from that. Let's heal ourselves a little bit, just to make sure. We're going to order some more godly stuff. And I don't think I need to do anything more, do I? I technically could train. I have, how much in stamina now? 72. Right, okay, I'm going to do 1 more week of training, and then we'll see where we end up. Gonna re-roll the shop a little bit. What's that? This is polearm. Ugh. Yeah, as I say, I'm not a big fan of the polearms, all things considered. Really not a big fan of them. This is actually pretty good. Right leg, left leg. What? Both? Okay. Yes. There we go. I'm just gonna buy both of these. There we are. That's pretty nice. Okay, that's great. That's actually really, really good because I was actually looking for an upgrade here, and the fame, while it is good, it is obviously not going to save us from, you know, potential death. So, you know, it's nice to get a bit of an upgrade there. Anyway, 1 versus... That's a lot of... Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that's a little bit too harsh for me. I will do this one, though. I will do this one. Because here's the thing. If this one had something like entourage, or if it had, I don't know, maybe insurance, then I might be like, oh, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But I don't, I'm not that confident, you know? I'm not that confident. Anyway, let's just do this one. Let's see how I'm doing with this. This is absolutely fine. All right, so let's do it. Boom. 1 versus many. Bear in mind, my stamina, I'm still training, by the way. I am still training, so my stamina is lower. So this might be bad. This might actually turn out really, really badly, but I am very well armored. I have my shield out. I'm using a weapon that I'm familiar with. I have good skill with it. I have, what is it, 82 in maces or something like that, so I should be okay. Wow, lots of golden jugs around here as well. Yeah, but I should be theoretically fine. But it's very much a case of theoretically. Anyway, let's see. What are these guys doing? Are you serious? Okay. Where's my weapon? There it is. Is that it? Yep, there it is. Okay. Woohoo. That was close. All right. Yeah, that's definitely not what I wanted, though, because now we're going to have to deal with this. Yeah, this is problematic. Oh, dear. Okay, we're just going to kind of use the pillars a little bit, just kind of to help me out a little bit here. Just give me a little separation. Alright, we got him, and I just got disarmed at the very end. Oh, your skill in throwing has increased. Apparently my skill in throwing has increased. Okay, wonderful. That was because of the disarm, apparently. Anyway, yeah, so those are the kinds of things that I'm thinking, yeah, I probably wouldn't have been able to win in a 1 versus 8. That was a bit harsh, Anyway, there we go. We were able to achieve victory, surprisingly enough. I'm going to stay sober for the next match. And whoa, we've got all godly stuff. Look at that. All godly stuff available to us right now. I cannot buy anything. There's actually nothing here that I really terribly want to buy. Although, to be fair, I think maybe it would be an idea for me to buy another shield. I'm thinking the shield might be something that we kind of want. So I'm thinking we'll probably go for that. I'm going to equip my other helmet as well. We're going to buy the shield. Going to equip that. Then we're going to get the blacksmith to do his thing. And we're also going to order some more godly things. We're going to heal ourselves, obviously. We're going to make all that wonderful. And I don't know whether I should do any more training. Let's have a look. My stamina is at 80. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't think that's too bad. Maybe we should do some more. Let's actually just take a quick look. Many versus 1. Wild card. Wild card might actually be kind of cool to do. Spoils to the victor. This is a 1... Whoa, yeah, no, I don't think so. No, that's not going to happen. What about a many versus many? This actually seems kind of cool. No, yeah, Not a big fan of this, though. I'm thinking the wild card is probably what I'm going to do. Luck of the draw. Okay, luck of the draw might actually be kind of fun. So, let's do it, shall we? Yeah, why not? Because we're not using any of our weapons or anything like that, so... that's going to be kind of fun. I probably won't train for now. I probably won't train, and we'll just go in how we are. And we'll see how it works. Maybe we're going to do okay. Let's actually take a quick look here. Yeah. I think we should be absolutely fine with these kinds of units. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully they're going to be able to... you know, pick up some weapons that they're not particularly proficient with. I hope we're actually going to get away from this arena, to be honest. I really do not like this arena one bit in comparison to some of the others that you can participate in. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to try and pick up maybe that... Is that a one-handed right there? No, that's a two-handed. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to try and pick up a one-handed mace. Give me that shield, though. There we go. And that sword? I guess I'll just take the sword. Right, so my team is doing absolutely amazingly, as you can see right here. And, well, that's slightly problematic. I guess the best thing that I could do, though, is literally just what I did, which is pick up a weapon that I might be able to do alright with, which is, of course, a one-handed mace. That's the kind of thing I think I kind of wanted to get straight away anyway, because this is just going to make all the difference in the world. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? There we go. That might be a little better for me. Or not, as the case may be, because I was apparently disarmed. Alright, my... Oh, yeah, my shield. I forgot it's not a godly shield. Okay, I might need to get one. Let me... Where is it? No, there isn't one. Okay, that's kind of bad. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to have to make do with my armor actually doing something then. Let me see if I can... Oh, there we go. Is he dead? No, no, he's not dead. Almost. I think he's very injured, that guy. Kind of want to get... I'm going to get this one right here. Spiked club. Nice. Good damage. Alright, not too bad. A little bit shaky, I gotta say. A little bit shaky, but I think Luck of the Draw was actually pretty fun. So I'm liking it, So I'm not gonna shy away in the future from Luck of the Draw. I think I'm gonna be a bit more audacious about my selections of battle. I think that's gonna be kind of fun. Anyway, ooh, hello. Okay, so someone actually told me that this actually works in the opposite way as well, where you can exchange gold for fame in a ratio of 1-on-1, and you can exchange fame for gold in a ratio of 1-on-1. Apparently that's how it works, according to that person. I haven't obviously confirmed this or anything like that, because I haven't gotten the event off screen, because I'm actually not playing off screen, of course. But yeah, so that means that maybe what we can do is we can actually do a little bit of something here. So what was it now? Gold for fame, right? So if I actually, you know, let's do, I don't know, let's do 40,000. Let's do 40,000 fame and have a look. Oh, okay. Apparently that didn't work. All right, well, there you go. So at least we know now that that is not how it works, and that person was possibly incorrect. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's just how it is. Anyway, we're just gonna repair some things here, because I think yeah, I do need to repair something, so we're just going to swap that around. I might need to repair my chest piece. Yes, I do. There we go. What about my shield? No, my shield's looking pretty good, actually. I think my armor is the main thing that actually took a battering there. What about my helmet? Yes, my helmet also needs a bit of an upgrade. Well, not an upgrade, but a bit of a repair. And there we have it. Okay, so we're actually fine there. As you can see, nothing much that we really want from this, which is kind of sad, to be honest. I feel like there should be more cool, godly stuff. Is it just me, or am I not seeing anything that's super good? I don't know. I mean, I'm not getting anything that's amazing here. I think there might be a need for some more godly items or something like that. I don't know. I've only seen the polearm, the shield, the braces that the shoulders that I currently have on, the helmet, and I think that's probably it. Maybe there was a two-handed sword. Ah, hello. There is a wonderful two-handed sword. I think I might actually want to take this. Yeah, I think I might actually want to buy this. So I will. There we go. This is looking pretty fun. This is looking pretty fun. All right. Wait a minute. Let's have a look-see here. All right, so technically, I'm going to sell this polearm. As I said to you before, I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm just going to sell it. And then we're actually going to use it in this next fight, because I think it's going to be fun to try it out, right? I think it's going to be fun, at least. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Many versus many might be cool. That is Luck of the Draw, though, unfortunately, so probably don't want to do that. This is also a 1 versus 1, and this is Shrouded. Think I might just re-roll, even though this is a 1 versus 1 right here. Who are we against? An Aspired? Okay. Do you think I can win with a two-handed sword against an aspired? Probably not, right? So I'm just going to re-roll it. How about a pit fight? This is actually looking pretty... this is looking pretty decent. I think this is probably what we're going to do, because apart from the fact that obviously 2 of the matches are shrouded, this one is a spoils to the victor 1 versus 2. I mean, we could do the 1 versus 2, but I'm thinking if we want to get more kills, this is probably a good way to go about it. So we're going to do the pit fight. What about the bets? Do we have anything? Win within 4 minutes. Probably be able to do that, right? And there we have it. Okay, let's do it. Let's see what we can do here. Obviously, bear in mind, I don't have skill in two-handed swords. Two-handed swords is going to be pretty low, as you might expect. So I am not going to be as effective with this as I would be with my flail. So those are the kinds of things we've got to keep in the forefront of our mind when I'm doing 2 damage. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But thankfully, because this is a two-handed sword, I am actually able to attack from both angles instead of just one. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I'm getting a bit used to this. Oh, that was a nice stab if ever I saw one. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm a little bit... I am really bad with this weapon. I don't know what it is, but I seem to be very bad with two-handeds, I think. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, I really don't. I mean, that's the thing. This guy's got a shield, right? So it's very, very difficult for me to actually do anything to him. Can I actually do some damage to someone else? There we go. Okay, there. That's a little better, right? That's a little better. There we go. Okay, attacking from behind obviously is much, much more effective than you might expect. Look at that, 45 damage. Okay, not bad. All right, not bad. But that's the thing. It takes me a bit of time to get going, which is kind of a bit annoying. But you know. Can't really do much about that, I suppose. Nice little overhead. Nice little overhead, maybe? No. Okay. My accuracy is so terrible with this weapon as well. I don't know whether you've noticed. This guy is literally just blocking stuff from behind as well because I'm just that terrible. Anyway, there you go. That was actually not bad. I feel like I could have done much better. Maybe I should have trained. Maybe I should have trained some two-handed swords or something like that. But I gotta say, I'm not that convinced about about two-handed weapons. I don't know. That's the funny thing. I used to use two-handed weapons almost all the time. And then we started switching over to using a shield, because obviously at that point you would kind of need a shield to be able to survive many of the encounters that you would otherwise have. And now I'm just like, well, yeah, it's very difficult for me to use this. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, really. Anyway, there we go. My helmet is back up and running. I'm probably gonna sell... I'm actually wondering whether I should just swap this back. I probably will, just because it's a little bit easier for us. But I'm actually also going to get this helmet instead of this one. So I'm going to sell this, going to get this right here. Because this actually gives me slightly more stamina regen from the Iron Myrmidonian Helm. This is the Bronze Myrmidonian Helm, so that's obviously going to be a little bit easier for us to use. And otherwise, apart from that, we of course have the two-handed sword, which is fine. But me personally, I'm not sure if I'm convinced. I'm not sure if I'm convinced about it, which is kind of sad, to be honest, because I think that it could be amazing. But as it stands, yeah, I'm not doing that well with it. Okay, stamina. Don't know whether I really want to do anything with it. Let's have a look. Shrouded. Spoils to the victor. That's wild card once again. What is this? A many versus many, but it's a luck of the draw. Not sure I really want to do any of these, to be honest. I think luck of the draw would probably be fine with this. Yeah, we'll do luck of the draw with a 1 versus 1, and we'll just try to earn some decent cash and decent fame. And then apart from that, we're just going to continue going for kills. Oh, finally, we're getting a new stadium. Wonderful. Yes, we're getting a new arena. That is exactly what I want. I want to see new arenas all the time. I really do not like that one, the Villa one. I think it's called the what is it now? Not the Grand Villa, the Bronze Villa or something like that. I'm not a terribly big fan of that one. Anyway, let me see. Wow, there are basically no weapons on the floor here. Let me pick this up, and this one. This is a terrible weapon. Wait a minute. That is a terrible weapon. What? Why are they giving me rusty weapons? Are you serious right now? Okay, what about this one? There we go. Okay, that's better. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. He's hiding beneath the... That's funny. Alright. Well, let's try and see if we can do some damage to him. This guy's going to be very difficult for us to eliminate, I think. Because he's going to have a pretty... Yeah, he's got good armor, you know? He's got good armor, so that's going to be difficult. Trying to destroy his shield right now, mostly because, as far as I'm aware, he's using a shield that is pretty awful, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can basically just remove every single bit of defensiveness that he has, just by doing that. Or I can just take off his helmet, which is kind of good, and I'm surprised that I'm actually hitting him, to be honest. My shield skill has increased, which is always nice. Yeah, there we go. So his shield is now gone, and this is basically making it much, much easier. So I can just go for stabs and overheads, and he's basically dead. And there you go. Easy enough, wasn't it? Yes. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, I feel like this was basically the first fight that I've done in this episode where I felt like, yeah, I actually did a pretty decent job. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, there we go. We did rank up. Shield skill or free physician treatments, neither one. I don't really care about either one of those, to be honest, but there you go. Alright, yeah, sure, give me more fame, I guess. I don't really need it, but there we are anyway. Okay, so what's this? This is a spear. Spears are obviously going to be something that I will definitely look into using later on down the line, but not in this run. Not in this run. Not right now, at least. Okay, so let's have a look. What's this one? This is a polearm. Yeah, once again, not a big fan of that. You know, hilariously enough, I somehow feel like some of the lower quality items are actually better than the godly stuff. I don't know. Because for me personally, this weapon right here, it's good, right? I mean, it looks okay, you know, it looks fine. But in all intents and purposes, the flail and, for example, some of the swords, like for example, this sword right here, in my opinion, I think this is better than this. For example, I think it is just flat out better, even though that's super weird because it's cheaper, it's lower quality, it's a one-handed sword. I guess that probably makes a bit of a difference, I guess, but you know. It's still kind of like that. Anyway, we've got 67 kills right now. I'm going to try and see whether we can enter a battle that will actually give me some... okay, wait a minute. I've taken quite some damage on my braces, actually. I might need to do something about that. Okay. I might need to buy these. Yeah. I think I'm going to buy these just purely for the fact that I need some kind of replacement. You know what I mean? And we're also going to be replacing my torso armor. At this point in the game, it feels to me like you kind of need some spare gear. I'm going to sell the two-handed sword, even though I did have fun using it, but it is just a bit too unwieldy for my liking. At least at the moment. It's probably because I don't have a huge amount of training in two-handed swords or anything like that. That's probably the reason. Anyway, Entourage, 1 versus many. This seems pretty amazing for us, so I'm probably going to end up doing that. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. Many versus 1. No, we're going to do this because this is Entourage as well. It's absolutely perfect. Win within 2 minutes? Alright, I will try to win within 2 minutes. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. And we do have, how many kills now? 67? Yeah? That's the thing. I'm going to keep an eye on it because I need to make sure that we know exactly when the victory condition is going to pop up. Because then I can basically say to you, look at this. Final match. Let's see how it goes, you know. And if we actually do gain the victory, because as I said, not sure if that's actually the case or not. We're going to obviously find out in due time, but attacking higher ranked opponents might actually, you know, make a difference. So I'm just going to be a little bit careful here. Just going to try and distract a lot of the enemies, or try to distract as many enemies as I can. Nice. Nice, there we go. Alright, I'm kind of just hanging back a little bit right now. I think I can probably kill one of them very, very soon. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Okay. What about this guy? There we go. He's dead at least. And this guy, he's dead. Okay, there we go. I was basically just trying to do equal damage to all of them pretty much, just so that we would have more of a pressing advantage, if you know what I mean. So basically, if all of them are low, they're going to be really, really unlikely to have a lot of confidence in their actions. And so you can kind of force them into making retreats and so on and so forth. So it's a little bit easier for us in that regard. But obviously that's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, there we go. Let's have a look and see what we can get. This is the polearm, two-handed sword. And we also have the shield here. Yeah, that's not really necessary. And I basically didn't take any damage, which is actually quite nice. Let me see if I can re-roll a little bit. Yeah, not really looking for anything right now. Kind of looking for maybe like a right shoulder piece. Maybe a right shoulder piece would be kind of nice, but it's not necessary, if you know what I mean. It's just completely, you know, it's on a whim, basically. You know, it's on a whim. So I'm just going to re-roll a little bit more, see if I can maybe get something. Bronze greaves. Technically, I could get this if I wanted to. I guess, maybe, yeah. I mean, it actually doesn't matter to me at all, to be honest. I don't really care about my feet, as I've said before. Generally, we're not having any issues with that ever. So, you know, me getting that doesn't really help that much. This is pretty nice, actually, because it does give us more fame multiplier, and it is also padded, so it's not weak against blunt weapons, which could be super, super useful for us. I think I might actually buy this. Yeah, I might actually buy that, and we're just going to swap that around. I think I might sell this one. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to sell this one, so we're just going to sell that real quick. And then we're just going to, yeah, was that insurance, that previous fight? I think that might have been insurance, because we didn't take any durability damage, or at least as far as I can tell. Anyway, left. Yeah, there we go. We want this. Gonna be buying that. There we go. And then we're probably just going to be checking everything else here. I'm just making sure that we have repaired everything. Yeah, it seems like insurance was actually running before, so that's absolutely fine. And we're just going to buy some repairs just in case, you know, just in case. You never know. Anyway, this is shrouded. Can't do anything with that. This is a 1 versus 1 with entourage. Might be good, but it's a 1 versus 1. I'm not a big fan of that. I kind of want to... Yeah, I guess I will do the 1-on-1, or I can re-roll. I think I might just re-roll, actually. Yeah, let's re-roll and see what we get. Okay, this is shrouded, but I have entourage. This is a many versus many. This might actually be kind of good. I could get a lot of kills this way. So I'm thinking, yeah, we'll probably do this. This is a wild card as well. Yeah, no. We're just going to go ahead and do this one, I think. This one seems pretty fun. get 4 kills. I think I can probably do that. And win within 2 minutes? No way. I won't be able to win within 2 minutes, but let's give it a go, you know? Let's give it a go. It's fun. It's fun to try. So, let's see. Let's see what actually happens. Oh, this is my... oh, this is actually not a bad arena. I actually don't mind this arena at all. And bear in mind, I do have my new helmet now as well, which actually does provide me with a little bit more fame when we win with a decent multiplier. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if we can actually do something amazing here. I'm gonna be a little bit careful with how I do things with the flail. I need to make sure that I'm actually hitting people appropriately. Unfortunately, I seem to be a little bit off target, but hopefully that is not going to last. Here we go. Bear in mind, we do outnumber the opponent pretty significantly, but... yeah, I don't know whether that really makes any difference, to be honest, because some of our people are literally running off to the side here, not really. Oh no, are you serious? Come, get back here, my wonderful flail. Thank you. All right, let's try to help out some of our guys here. Okay, well there you go. We actually did manage to achieve victory, and we did get quite a few kills, which I gotta say I'm very pleased with. There we go. We've got 5 kills in actual fact, which is one of the bets that we had, I believe. Well, wasn't it 5 kills or something like that? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, obviously the reward is not amazing, but that's not the reason why we were doing it, of course. Anyway, there we go. We were able to do everything, more flexibility with the shop, 3 free shop rerolls once again, and we also have other godly items. As you can see, they don't seem that good or that varied, which is kind of unfortunate. We've got a basically, two-handed sword, polearm, two-handed sword, and then right shoulder pads and a helm. So that's pretty much what we're getting most of the time, which is a little bit unfortunate, I gotta say. I kind of maybe hoped for a little more than that, but oh well, never mind. Not terribly bad, but definitely something that I would like to see implemented a little bit more. You know, some more variety, shall we say, more variety in the amount of godly items that there are. Because as it stands right now, it doesn't seem like there's that many. Gonna try and order for some more, because you never know, maybe we're gonna get something cool. But otherwise, I actually don't know. How are we doing? I have 74 kills. Alright, so I'm gonna need 6 more kills. Let's see whether we can actually do this. This is a many versus 1. This is a pit fight. I could potentially do this. This is entourage as well. Alright, here we go. This is gonna be pretty fun in my opinion. Let's try it. I'm a bit worried actually about it, all things considered. I'm a bit worried about it, mostly because there are so many units, just generally, so many people in the battle itself. That's the main thing that I am worried about here. Not the fact that, you know, we have entourage, or the fact that they're higher level than me, or anything like that. I don't really care about any of that. I care about the fact that there are so many, and it could go very, very badly, because you never know. If 2 of these guys, or 2 of these teams, decide to, you know, kind of gang up on some of my forces, then we're going to have some issues. But hopefully that's not going to happen. Alright, so both of those are now dead, thankfully. I was a bit worried about that for a real quick second, but thankfully we're now moving on, and we are able to hopefully help out in some other areas. Nice. That was, whoa, that was some damage. Wow, that was some damage. That guy literally was almost dead anyway, so didn't really need to do too much to him. Well, I seem to have been disarmed. I actually don't know where my weapon went. That is a bit problematic. I do have a sword here, which is okay. I'm going to assume someone picked up my flail because I don't see it, but maybe it's flung off somewhere, you know. Maybe it got a bargain flight or something like that. That's probably what's going on here. That's not particularly good. Actually, not too bad. Not too bad. I think I'm actually not too bad, okay, with the one-handed swords, but... yes. One of my teammates actually picked up my flail, as you can see. That's not very good, is it? Oh, never mind. Wow, I actually did some good damage there, surprisingly. Okay, great. Alright, I'm going to go for a bit of a stabby action right here. Bit of stabby action. Maybe we can remove his helmet. I've actually found that stab is a really good thing if you want to remove someone's helmet, because if you just aim for their head, it can really make a huge difference. Seems like... Oh, hello. Seems like this guy is kind of chilling over here. Oh, nice damage. Wow, that was actually surprisingly good damage. And there we go, he's dead. You see what I mean about the stabs, though? The stabs actually seem pretty useful. Is this guy an enemy? Yes, he is. Oh, I had no idea. Okay, his helmet's gone. He's dead. Alright, fantastic. This has actually worked out a lot better than I anticipated. I thought to myself, oh yeah, we're going to have some big issues actually dealing with so many enemies at once. But thankfully my teammates seem to have done a really, really good job of surviving for this long, because I was a bit worried about that, as I say. I feel like sometimes the AI does tend to run in a little bit, and if I'm not there to kind of help them out, they can die very, very quickly. Of course, that is my own fault, but generally I do get separated. And generally I could make sure that I don't get separated, but sometimes it's just not possible, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just get cornered, then you can't really do much about that. Anyway, I'm actually going to drop this weapon as I don't really want it. It is a reinforced Daka. Okay, wait a minute. Where is my flail? Because that's the thing that I actually want to pick up. There it is. Fantastic. Okay. That's all I wanted. That is all I wanted. Fantastic. Oh, I got 9 kills? Are you serious? I literally got 9 kills. Okay, I wouldn't have expected that in a million years. But, oh, there we go. Yes, indeed. There we are. That is actually all we needed. So we needed 80 kills total. We didn't need to kill anyone higher level or anything like that. So there you go. Okay, that's great. So we did get slightly misinformed by someone's comment right there, but that's absolutely fine. Not a big deal. We were able to get how many kills? 83 kills. Wow, we actually made it. Very surprised about that. All right, so 97,000 fame. That's how much I'm going to be trading right here. 97,000 fame. Boom. We now have 70,000 in cash. Actually, I could also sell all of my stuff too. Wait a minute. What do we want to take? Do we want to take the Godly Shield? We want to take the Godly Shield with us, right? Yeah, right. We don't want to take anything else. I mean, I think we're going to take the Godly Shield. Let's take the Godly Shield with us once again, and then we'll just sell everything else. And then we can invest all of this into our next character, which is... what is it going to be again? It's not a professional aspirant, right? I think that's what I'm currently playing as. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but there's the heirloom. There we go. And we have 138,000, so I'm just going to be investing this. I wish there was a way to actually hold down shift or something like that, and then you could invest 5 at a time or something like that. Or, you know, invest 5k at once. But, yeah, we're just going to have to press this quite a bit, which is actually not bad, obviously. It's really not terrible. So, eventually we will be done. And there it is. Alright, so now we can pacify. Yep. Former soldier is incoming. There we are. Fantastic. We did it. Can you imagine? Not bad, not bad. I actually felt like that didn't go too badly. You're an anomaly. The population loves anomalies. Nothing has ever ignited the sport as much as you did. A civilian becoming aspired. Not only has average attendance at a fight doubled, forevermore will every spectator have a sliver of hope, however tiny, that fighter there could be them. Alright, then look at that. The audience fame multiplier maximum is increased to 3 times. That's pretty amazing. That's really good for the slave playthrough, so yeah. Anyway, there we are. We now have the ability to start as the former soldier, and that has provided us with the... Actually, not even bad. Not even bad stuff right here. Alright, so what are we going to call ourselves? That's the thing here. Oh dear. Okay. Vendor of fruit. Yes, wonderful. Alright, that is absolutely perfect. Oh, retire having saved enough gold. Okay, so that's what we need to do this time around. Okay, that's going to be really, really interesting. Okay, there we go. So vendor of fruit is now ready. We're going to be selling the spear, I assume. What is this? A 2-handed axe? Are you seriously giving me godly stuff on the first... Yes, they are indeed giving me godly stuff on the first turn, which is very bad indeed. What are you doing, sir? Okay, I'm going to have to re-roll this. Okay, there we go. That was lucky, because I could have gotten very unlucky right there, but thankfully I was lucky enough to get a decent one-handed. Bear in mind, I do realize that if I were to unlock this slot before re-rolling, it would have made much more sense. But the problem is, I needed to make sure that we actually got something decent for our first fight. Otherwise, we'd be going into something without any weapon at all. This is also fantastic. Probably going to be buying this straight away. So let's do that. There we go. I should also train myself too, and I should probably get rid of these. Actually, no, they give me fame multiplier. They do give me a fame multiplier, so I don't need to worry about that too much. And I'm thinking, well, I would have wanted to purchase this, but I don't think that there's any reason for it right now. So yeah, there is really no point. Okay, so let's do a little bit of training, shall we? Let's do some training. So let's go for a bunch, shall we? Let's go for a bunch. And also, we who are about to disinfect, I might just want to purchase that straight away, or we might want to wait for entourage, because obviously entourage is absolutely fantastic in almost every aspect. So thinking we're probably just going to do that. Let's just go for a massive amount of training here. And I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. We're going to be going into a... well, not a many versus one, probably a one versus many. I will probably go into this, and we'll see how that goes. I think that seems pretty fun to me. Yeah, we'll probably be going into that. Or this one? No. We're going to be going into the one versus many, as you do. You know, as you do. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.